There is something deeply unsettling about the spectacle we are witnessing across the country in the name of launches. Picture this: the president, the deputy president, cabinet secretaries, principal secretaries, senior government officials, an entire security apparatus, advance teams, motorcades, fuel, hotels, allowances, logistics, all crisscrossing the country. To do what exactly? To disperse 22,500 shillings to individual Kenyans. Money, by the way, that is sent quite literally at the press of a button via mobile money transfer. So one must ask, are they all traveling thousands of kilometers simply to press send? Would that money not reach beneficiaries if the president was not physically present on a raised platform, microphone in hand, flanked by political allies? I mean, would the funds bounce back if there was no motorcade? If there were no speeches? No cheering crowds? Because let us be honest, this money does not belong to any political party. It is not personal largesse. It is a World Bank-funded project extended to the government of Kenya, not to individuals, not to coalitions, and certainly not to campaign teams. Yet the optics tell a different story. A stage, thousands gathered on the ground, leaders on one side, citizens on the other. Political speeches woven into what is meant to be a development intervention. And then there is the so-called business mentorship set to accompany this disbursement. One is tempted to ask, who exactly is conducting this mentorship? Is it the president, the deputy president, cabinet secretaries? And is this really how meaningful business support is delivered in a rally-style format under the sun to thousands all at once? You see, mentorship is deliberate, it is structured, it is sustained. It is not shouted from a podium. What makes this even more troubling is the sheer wastage involved. I mean, the cost of moving this entire machinery across the country must run into millions, perhaps tens of millions. Money spent on transport, security, accommodation, allowances, and logistics, all to deliver amounts that could be disbursed quietly, efficiently, and with dignity. But you see, this is not an isolated case. This very week, we witnessed the launch of a government policy. A policy, not a project, not a building, not an emergency intervention. A policy that has been 2 years in the making. A large venue is hired, decor installed, seats arranged, food and drink, no doubt, provided, all to launch something whose most important element is not spectacle, but implementation. You see, a policy is gazetted. Then the policy lives or dies by its implementation matrix. A policy could be explained through a press conference, a detailed public brief, parliamentary engagement, and social media dissemination. So again, the question arises, at what cost? Do the costs of these launches now rival or even outweigh the substance of the projects and policies themselves? But you see, it doesn't end there. We've seen electoral bodies holding prayer meetings in hotels. Important engagements, yes, but must they always be in expensive venues? Could they not be held in offices or places of worship themselves? When did public service become so addicted to pageantry? When cabinet needed to pray, they went to the All Saints Cathedral. Now that looked promising for the new year. It now turns out it was probably an isolated New Year's resolution that ended in January. Because what we are seeing is a troubling conflation of governance, campaigning, and performance. Government work is being done like a roadshow. Public funds are being wrapped in political messaging, and development programs are being personalized, politicized, and marketed as favors. Yet none of this money is personal. None of it is political property. all of it is public. So tonight, my take is this. If a program cannot stand without a motorcade, then it is not about service. If a policy needs fanfare to be credible, then we have misunderstood governance. And if leadership now requires constant applause, then accountability has quietly exited the room. Kenyans deserve delivery, not drama, substance, not spectacle, and governance that respects their intelligence, not one that mistakes rallies for impact. Because surely there must be a cheaper way to press send. That's my take tonight.